It swings and drives it way back.
Pike gets destroyed by Ramel Pratt.
Shot, drop step, turnaround,
Jumper to Scott. Scott throws it down with a one-hand slam. Kept alive by Landisberg, tips it ahead to Farrakhan. He's going to throw it down with a one-hand jam.
Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico, the Virginia Athletics Foundation, the Virginia Lottery, and by UVA Health Systems.
On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly,
there are high achievers on the field, high achievers in the classroom.
Splits the defense, got down on the baseline and laid it in off the window. That's a pretty move.
He attacks down the lane, scoops to the hoop and lays it off the window and good.
Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Lindsey Hardenbergh from the women's tennis team. We've got a great show for you today, starting with the play of the week.
Game all time at 42 points apiece. Virginia going the other direction. Jontel Evans will send it near side to Farrakhan. Farrakhan on the left wing, crossing over on stick. Pull-up jumper from 17 feet, and he rattles it through. A big-time shot from Mustafa Farrakhan puts the Hoos ahead by 2.
It felt comfortable. I work on that a lot every day, so I mean, it just felt really routine.
So he drove him back, and it was nice. He hit a big clutch pull-up.
Stay tuned. Virginia game highlights are coming up next.
Sammy Zaglinski giving to Farrakhan near wing right. Back to Zaglinski. He gets an open look at a three, and he knocks it down from the far side left. In Virginia on the board first. It's 3-0.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back to the show. Our men's basketball team had a pair of big ACC games this week. On Wednesday, they beat Clemson at home in John Paul Jones Arena, and on Saturday, they were on the road against Miami.
Zaglinski giving to Farrakhan near wing right. Back to Zaglinski. He gets an open look at a three, and he knocks it down from the far side left. In Virginia on the board first. It's 3-0. The ball was saved from going out of bounds by Grant, but he puts it right back into the hands of Zaglinski. Quick pull-up three-pointer on the other side, and he drops another one in there. Sammy on back-to-back trips. Comes away with the offensive rebound, however. He's going to pass to Zaglinski, going to test the hot hand, and he hits his third trifecta in as many trips.
Sam came out great for us, hitting, I think he hit 4 in a row, and really sparked us. And then defensively, he played well, and everybody was playing good position defense, and when they were keying on him, he threw some good passes to me, and I was able to knock him down and space it out even more. So, I mean, when he was clicking and then I started clicking, it just felt good to see, Sammy getting his jumper the way, I usually see him shoot.
Zaglinski on the other side of things. Cross-court pass, a wide-open Farrakhan, and he will bury one from the far side left. His third three-pointer. Has scored 5. Here's a steal from Jontel Evans. Stepped in front of a pass to Stitt. He's going to take it and glide inside. Using the right hand, he lays it in off the window, and Virginia gets its first points of the second half.
There was a collective effort tonight defensively that was more sustainable than it's been. And I think it really stung after Wake Forest, the breakdowns we had from the defensive standpoint against them, and we needed it.
Streaking inside, Farrakhan, nice no-look pass, and Akil Mitchell banks the shot up and good. Sammy Zaglinski handing to Harrell. Harrell takes it to the free throw line, pull-up jumper on the way, and he splashes it through. Nice-looking shot from KT Harrell as he puts the Hoos ahead by 15. 7 seconds to shoot. Evans sees an opening. He attacks down the lane, scoops to the hoop, and lays it off the window and good.
Besides the offensive rebounds we gave up in our turnovers, that was some of our best half-court defense we've played in a while. When our defense was set, I thought it was very good, and I thought it made all the difference in the world.
Here comes the inbound pass. Zaglinski pulls up. His three-pointer misses from the far side. Rebound controlled by Narcissus. Going the other way. Clemson racing into the front court. Young pulls up from 3, and he drills it from the top of the arc. Chance to tie it or get the lead with a 3. Crossing over on Zaglinski. It's up and it's good. So a couple of clutch shots there from Andre Young, and it's all knotted up. John Tell Evans will send it near side to Farrakhan. Farrakhan on the left wing, crossing over on stick. Pull-up jumper from 17 feet, and he rattles it through. A big-time shot from Mustafa Farrakhan puts the Hoos ahead by 2.
And I seen that they closed off the lane, but I had a two or one dribble pull-up, and I just saw that opening, and I just took the shot. And, it felt comfortable. I work on that a lot every day, so, I mean, it just felt really routine.
Oh, he missed the shot. Front side of the free throw of the 1-and-1 misses in and out. Front side of the 1-and-1 on the other side is up and good. With a 2-possession game. Second free throw is up and good. Clutch free throws from Mustafa Farrakhan. It's a 4-point lead, 22 seconds to go. DeMontez Stitt into the front court. He's going to pull up from 3. His shot no good. Ball bounced around. Booker comes up with a rebound. He tries to float it up and good, and he gets it to drop with 13.5 seconds to go. Free throw on the way. It's good.
We have some limitations, that's obvious, but the guys found a way to collectively come together and say, all right, we're going to do this together.
In his hands in the face. He'll pass to Jennings. He launches a long 3, and he hits it. They were trying that, and Hassan's at the free throw line. First of 2 free throws, up and good. He rattles it through anyway. Second free throw, off the mark. The rebound will land to Jensen. Jensen passes it. Mitchell touches it, and it's going to go out of bounds off of the Tigers as the horn sounds. Oh, boy, that one took every bit of Virginia's mustard to get through it. 49-47. The Cavaliers hold on in a wild finish at the John Paul Jones Arena. Here's a three-pointer on the other end. Joe Harris drills it, and Virginia strikes first. Sammy Zaglinski going the other direction. Miami so far 0 for 5 from three-point range. Zaglinski, a nice pass to Hassan Said, who throws it down with a two-hand dunk. Here's Zaglinski on the other end, feeding out Farrakhan. Good look at a 3. His shot bounces off the front iron, goes high into the air, and drops for him. Now that is a shooter's roll. Mention that matchup. He's going to pass it off down to Harris. Harris stops his dribble. Now he's going to put up a leaner on the left baseline, and he makes a nice move to drop that one through as Joe Harris has come out looking good.
I mean, again, there's good defense played, good offense, good action going, good looks, but you got to come through at the end. That's what this game's about.
Brown's got it into the front court. Ryan Brown with the right-hand dribble passes off to Thomas. Thomas defended by Mitchell. His pull-up three-pointer is up and good. Well, that's what he can do. We talked about Adrian Thomas. There's Akil Mitchell on the other side. Passes out to Farrakhan. Bombs away from 3, and he answers on the other end. So Mustafa hits his second three-pointer of the ballgame. Not found a way to get it going just yet. Really, neither team has as we continue along in the waning moments of the half. Here's Grant off balance. He pulls up and hits a shot from 17 feet away. It's an 11-3 run now for Miami. Down low to Johnson. Johnson has the double team, kicks it out. Thomas fires away from 3, and he's tied this game up at 20 points apiece.
They made some bombs, a couple bombs that, you know, we were there. There might have been a defensive breakdown here or there, but for the most part, we were there.
Kicks it out. Joe Harris thought about the 3. Now he's going to pass to Evans. 1 second to shoot. He fires it up, and he splashes it through. John Tell Evans with the dagger. Here comes Harris, passing back out to Harrell. Harrell sends it far side. Three-pointer on the way from Zaglinski, and he splashes one. Quick pass to Harris. He fakes the move one way now, floats up on a high arcing shot. 10 seconds to shoot now. Zaglinski dribbling past Johnson, scoops the shot off the window and good using the left hand. Oh, Sammy comes up with a nice play to put Virginia ahead by 7. Here comes the inbound pass from Adams. He sends it in. Brown from way downtown drills it. Here's a three-pointer for Brown, and he was fouled by Zaglinski. Oh, my goodness.
To follow the three-point shooters, I need to look at the tape. I really do. Certainly in the timeout, we said, look, they're up 3. Let's guard the three-point line. Don't foul, all the things you talk about. We played well enough, certainly, to win that game, defend it well. We worked the clock, got shots at the end of the clock, scored. Didn't turn it over, handled the press. Could have iced at the line, and we were 9 of 22 from the free throw line. I think we shot more free throws in the last few days. Competition, fun games, street games, swish games, and you just try to get in that spot again and have success. We've been in games where we've won it because of our free throw shooting, but the last few have cost us.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by UVA Health Systems.
On Thursday, our women's basketball team picked up a big win against Wake Forest in John Paul Jones Arena. Let's check out the highlights.
The back player right here will have to come with her, okay? Everybody's going to be over here. Who do we leave open? If she catches the ball going back door, what does that mean for our trap? Wasn't good enough. When you go to trap, you have to go hard and high. You give everything you have tonight, and there won't be any question as to who wins this game.
Crosby off the high screen from Chelsea Shine. Pull-up jumper, left elbow, drilled it. And Crosby pulls down another rebound. China wants to run in transition left to right. Crosby throwing it right wing to Kellum on the baseline. The jumper good. Oh, she splashed that one.
I think I just try to come out and try to be the floor in general and try to run my team and be the facilitator out there and make sure that we get into this, fast-paced game or whatever that Coach Ryan's been talking about. So that was just my main mindset. And turnovers don't make me, put my head down or anything like that. I'm the point guard, so turnovers is going to happen. I just have to limit them and make sure I get the ball back on defense and make sure I run the team.
Oh, that's a pretty looking shot. Floats it over the top of the defense. 2-2-1 pressure. Moore's going to break it on the dribble. Moore down the left corner in the front court. Bounce pass to Talia McCall. Turnaround jumper, left baseline. Good as she splashes it through.
This was Talia's best game. We've been she's been a little bit MIA the last couple of games, and so I'm glad that she sort of broke out tonight and had a really good game for us and really had a presence in there and was able to hit her free throws, and I thought she played very well.
Top of the key to Thomas, now right wing to Lakivia Boykin. Lobs backdoor for Ray, and it's broken up by Talia McCall. Ray slashes with the left hand down the left side of the lane, blew the layup, and the rebound pulled down by McCall. What a great rebound. Here is Crosby on the right wing off the screen and roll from McCall. Splits the defense and got down the left baseline and laid it in off the window. That's a pretty move from China Crosby. Moore may have gotten a piece of it. And back comes Virginia left to right with a 4-point lead. Left wing to Edwards, now to Crosby for a step in. 25-foot three! Rattles it in! Timeout, Mike Peterson.
We knew we were going to have a breakthrough at some point, and we just really wanted to relax a little bit and just have a good time. And when we do have a good time, we seem to play better.
I seen T in the middle. I seen you wide open. That's why I gave you.
What we're going to run first is cash. Okay? That's going to be our first play. We're not going to call it. We're just going to run it. Okay?
Wing entry.
Wing entry. Right, wing entry. And the reason is because they're trapping. Okay? So post play, remember to step up. We're coming right to you, but remember, on the pick and roll, you have to wait for the pick and roll. You can't go early, okay? China's going to make the pass, go through, and then we've got to wait for the pick and roll. You might want to fake it down and then go off, hit the player high, and the player that's setting the screen, it's a bump and run, all right? Everybody have it?
Hey, that's a beautiful play. As Debbie Ryan says, I drew it up. I like it a lot.
I felt like we prepared well for this game, as I felt like we've prepared well the last several games. But tonight we transferred what we've been doing in practice onto the floor. We were able to get what we needed to get offensively and played very, very strong defense. We still struggled on the boards a little bit, but for the most part I was pretty pleased with our performance.
Moore stealing, picked her pocket. Ari's got an easy snowbird layup the other way off the window and good for Ariana.
Wednesday was a big day for our football program as head coach Mike London and his staff welcomed 26 top recruits on National Signing Day.
A lot of these young men that decided they wanted to come to Virginia, as you look at the profile of them, not only are they high achievers on the football field, but this class has the highest GPA that recruiting class has had in quite some time also. There are high achievers on the field, high achievers in the classroom, and that's one of the things we want to continue to do, continue to bring to the University of Virginia, guys that also get here and be high achievers in the community. So it's been really fun being around, being in the different homes. I think I've gotten into every home of all these young men, and it's been really neat to see what type of young men they are, where they come from, the obstacles they've overcome, the talent level that they have, and the love of the game. And so we're really, really excited about that. I think this class will represent young men that have the ability to play and make some impact, for us. I wanted to make sure that we did redshirt, last year's class, not knowing that, that this class would have an opportunity to come in and play the type of players that are coming in. I mean, their size on the line, particularly offensive line, their skill and their speed, both with wide receivers and defensive backs. There's tall athleticism. There's guys, I think there's only one guy under 5'10", everyone else 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'7". And so we tried to address the fact that if we could attract high-end caliber talent, that one of the things that we were certain that we were going to do was afford them the opportunity to play if they could. When you talk about, someone reminded me that Trey Nicholson was the Gatorade State Player of the Year in Virginia. Darius Jennings was a Gatorade State Player of the Year in Maryland. If you can just keep attracting that type of talent, then you got to put them on the field somewhere. I think we did do a pretty good job of the top 25 players that were in the state. I think we had like 12 of them. But I think that's important. So when the 2012 looks at it, then they look at, well, this is where some of the best talent went that was in state. They went to this school right up the road. I just think that when you look at the percentage of players on this team and you start talking about profile players, we have one from Atlanta. He had SEC offers. We had one from Pennsylvania. He had a couple offers, big linemen. But when you look at the bordering states, Maryland, D.C., North Carolina, had one from North Carolina, that we thought that the type of talent and those players that fit the profile were the kind of players that we want on this team. So this year it worked out that a high percentage of the players not only came from Virginia, but came from states that touch us. So when you talk about driving to a game, whether it's a home or away game, then there are opportunities for parents to see these young men play. And that was important, but there is a conscious effort to make sure that we evaluate and talk to every in-state player that the coaches recommend to us, that we give them a fair evaluation, and if they fit our needs academically and athletically, then to do a good job and make sure that we recruit them.
Coming up after the break. This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by the Virginia Athletics Foundation.
Now as we transition back into spring sports, we've got tennis and softball up next.
We went to Kentucky last year. We had a tough time. It's the first regular season match we had lost in 3 years. Still hungry after the end of last year. They want to finish strong, and they know that it's still very early, and they very much understand the hard work is ahead of us.
I think our depth is our best quality. I think 4, 5, 6. We're all good fighters. We all have a lot of heart, and we go out there and we compete on a daily basis.
Although he's playing 5 right now, he also knows that he gets to play day in and day out with the best players in the country on his team. So you practice a heck of a lot more than you play in college tennis. So he feels like he's developing at an incredibly high rate, and he's enjoying the experience. He's embracing it. He's somebody that is one of the best competitors that I've ever had play for me. Whether or not he plays 1, 6, 5, that's not important to Drew. What's important to Drew is that he continues to improve, and he plays his role on the team to the best of his ability.
You don't really get the shot at the top guys as much playing 5, but that's the sacrifice you make when you play for the best program in the country right now, and definitely put the team before everything.
This was fun. I was amazed with the crowd. The atmosphere was just tremendous for the guys. What a great environment to play college tennis, and I just appreciate our fans. I know our players do too, and that was a very special night.
So far, we're pretty young, but we're very athletic, very versatile. I think direction-wise, program's headed in the right way. It's just extremely talented in the bottom half of the classes. At the same time, it's a very versatile class that runs the bases well, hits the gap well. They do have the potential to go yard, but at the same time, that's not really our style. We're more of a blue-collar, gritty team than we are anything where we can produce runs even without the home run and not so live and die by the big shot. That I think every year for us is a proving year, and I think that's the way it needs to remain here, where you're trying to prove yourself every year and get better and reach for farther, whether it's playing on Sunday of regionals or playing in super regionals or farther on down the line with the World Series.
This week, our men's basketball team is on the road again, but we still have some great home contests to tell you about. Our women's basketball team welcomes Florida State to John Paul Jones Arena on Monday. And later this week, our Olympic sports take center stage as wrestling hosts Appalachian State and Duke. Also, men's tennis entertains Virginia Tech on Friday, and our women's tennis team takes on Marshall and Winthrop on Saturday at the Boar's Head Sports Club. We'll be back next week with those game stories and more from Virginia Athletics. I'm Lindsey Hardenbergh. Thanks for supporting the Cavaliers, and remember, go Hoos!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico, the Virginia Athletics Foundation, the Virginia Lottery, and by UVA Health Systems.